can't beat Josh.
I apologize. Retroactively, I apologize.
I mean, he probably takes it as a compliment. He might be the older brother. He might be, okay. I mean, but yeah, like, you remember how back in the day, Vitor used to walk out and the last little bullet point used to say, no discernible weaknesses or something like that?
Yeah.
Josh didn't show me a lot of discernible weaknesses.
Maybe not
he's
much
a little slow. Yeah, he's a little slow to move around.
His footwork is a little plodding.
George has got to be varied in the attack. He can't just attack one target.
Well, luckily George is varied.
And he'll
go low, he'll go body, then he'll go with the punching, and he'll be gone.
Difference maker too.
Hard shot.
The teep kick could be a difference maker for Lowe because of the leg length difference.
Well, do you know what's very interesting to me is George Lowe knows how to fight a southpaw from orthodox. He knows how to do that.
And George is looking to hand trap.
But he's chosen to switch to southpaw and then hand trap, which makes me think that George Lowe realizes that he's probably quite a few levels in skill in striking. Yeah, skill, which doesn't necessarily translate into ability. Like George Lowe can know a lot of the techniques and a lot of the tactics. You can't. Oh, we're pro now. They can head kick, right? Oh my God! Flying knee.
And that sounded like someone just cracked a baseball.
Hard shots from George Lowe. Oh, teep up the middle. But Dotson is made of titanium.
Like I said, you might need kryptonite to stop this man. That flying knee sounded like someone hit a home run over the fence off the Sardis Road. And he just started moving forward again, started throwing again. Now is he hurt? He's hurt.
I wonder.
He bleeds.
Does George Lowe know that he landed those shots? Like, are you?
Yeah.
Well, so you'd think
that was bone on bone.
You'd think, but Doster's reaction would make some go like, wait, what the heck?
Well, it'd be like seeing an eldritch being. You wouldn't be able to see. You wouldn't be able to believe it. So you would convince yourself that you're seeing something else, right?
Yeah, I would think in that case I'd be like, I thought I landed that knee, but I guess not.
Josh is really cracked from that knee, but he's been so strong on this pressure.
Oh my God. Did George Lowe stand up or did Doster pick him up?
I think he realized he was getting up.
So he just sort of said, that's what we're doing now?
He realized he was getting up, yeah.
That's what it kind of looked like.
He pursued him.
He's like,
with intent.
Yeah. Now, can George Lowe might not realize that there was nothing wrong.
Yeah, they're going to check that. There's too much time left in this round. Oh, no, God, yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you.
So, but look at the way that Lowe is holding on to his strikes now.
Like, who are you? Yeah.
He might not know how successful he was. That's the point I'm making.
He's looking at his work, though. He's seeing the blood. That's the difference. He's not cut with a small cut. He's cut in the worst place you can be cut with a big gash, right leaking into his eye.
He's looking.
George had a huge read. He had two big ones in a row, which means that he knows the timing here.
Oh, hard left hook to the body from Doster. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Stiff jab, and then George is gone. That's what I predicted.
Maybe George should go back to the body because you can be Josh is super tough, and you can tough it out through a lot of headshots, but you start getting cracked in the body. Yeah. It's hard to be a tough guy when that liver starts getting popped.
Yeah, you split that liver open. It doesn't matter what your chin is like. You can't be tough enough to counteract.
And you see Doster every chance he gets touching the
Oh my God, elbow off the tie plum.
Hand trap over the top. Anytime George is over the top, he should be able to get an elbow on the break if he knows the break is coming.
George, very good with that tie plum, managed to land a devastating elbow off of it. And that teep up to the body has not missed yet. And ball of the foot buried into the diaphragm of Josh Doster.
George picking that foot up creates that reaction of ducking, and watch for that knee again down the middle.
George Lowe's footwork and range management is very good. A little off balance, a little tired for that. It was a very good attempt at the technique and good timing for it, but I probably wouldn't do that.
Complete disregard for Josh Doster there in that exchange. But George Lowe has had so much success with the reads. He's now stopped receiving data from Josh. He's like, you got to come forward. You got to do something.
Josh isn't doing much. George Lowe probably simultaneously feels like he's a direct threat.
I mean, this is fine for Josh. He should make it a nothing battle for a little bit.
What's going on now when you're facing someone who's got you beat in the timing and footwork department? George Lowe feels like dangerously close, but also a million miles away. Doster's.
He's also been caught a little bit,
yeah,
too.
Doster's unable to. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness, finally.
Wobbled with the spinning back fist, the forearm connected, and Doster shows a sign of weakness for the first time ever.
But look,
and gets dropped and is back on that
most
single.
Most people would be dead.
Hammer fist to the back of the head.
Dale wants to see him die.
He's turning the back of his head.
Dale wants him to flatline here.
Doster's going to get back to his feet.
Jesus Christ.
Back from the dead is Josh Doster, and in on a single as George Lowe thinks to himself, what do I have to do to put this man down? And we finish round 1 with Doster gushing blood from a wound in his forehead.
He's so far behind.
Right between the eyes, like he was executed at point-blank range.
Look at that spinning back fist.
And gets back up like Wolverine rising from the dead.
Look at that spinning back fist. It was beautiful. It was swinging like a mace.
He cleaned his clock.
I've never seen Josh fall that way.
I don't know. Have we ever seen Josh fall?
I don't think so. I don't think he's ever been hurt like this in a fight.
Man.
There's some cracks in the armor.
I think Selecki just looked over there at him like, what the heck? He looked over at Doster like, bruh.
What are you made out of? Bro came here in a Kryptonian pod.
It's got to be difficult. If I'm in George Lowe's corner, I'm going to tell him, yeah, so
just do that again until he's dead, I guess.
I don't know why it's not. I don't know what else to tell you to do, because that's what you're supposed to do.
It's not like the Valdez fight where he's not showing he's really folding, which means George is hitting him so hard.
Yeah, George Valdez is a skilled striker, but it's a stylistic thing. He has that Muay Thai style.
Josh can't.
George is bigger, stronger, and hits harder. Yeah, Doster needs to get in on him and make it ugly.
The more he makes it a point.
Drag him down and beat him up.
Yeah, it's not going to be good for him.
But George Lowe can clinch and grapple too.
Feign a level change, maybe. I mean, just show something.
But George Lowe can clinch, scramble, and grapple.
Scramble? He can scramble.
Yeah, he can clinch, scramble, and grapple. Oh, snapped him with the jab. Doster lands a left hand.
Run him down. That's what Doster's got to do.
Left hand to the body,
At
right
range,
hook.
He's in trouble.
George Lowe threatens a takedown. Doster pushes him off.
George is trying to hand fight now, or hand trap with his back against the fence.
Oh,
body shot from the Body Shot Combat Club fighter.
Josh Doster with that straight left to the body, and I don't know whether George's reaction was because it hurt or because of the range or what, but he's latched onto that clinch, turning him, and this time did not continue the assault after turning him. That teep up to the middle. God almighty. I can only imagine that those feel like he's being stabbed.
Every 20, 30 seconds that ticks by, George just gets a little more touchable. He's got it. I think he's got it. Keep going to the head.
Yeah. Oh, left hand.
Now who's wrestling?
I think I also have to take back my initial thought of like, oh, I think Doster has to do this early.
I'm telling you, it's like being in a demolition derby.
The fight wears on. I think it favors. I don't think it favors Josh Doster, but I think it favors Josh Doster winning.
Do you know what I mean? It can create more opportunities for him to win.
I still think he's getting hurt while it's happening. But he can win.
He's banking to catch that snitch.
George Lowe relaxing quite a bit here against the cage. Knees to the thighs, making their presence known. That's been an interesting corner call all night long. Every corner's called for knees to the thigh.
Jockeying for position here against the fence line. George is starting to use a lot of energy, and it's clear that there's a physical strength advantage for Doster, as he typically has at this weight class.
Well, we know that because his name is Josh Doster, so he has a strength advantage.
True.
Against it doesn't matter. He has a strength advantage.
Yeah, once you kind of like show yourself to be much stronger than Jamison Thompson, there's not a lot of competition for that department.
Let's see Josh Doster versus David Harrison.
Maybe in a year. David's going to need to do some more amateur stuff.
I just want to see what happens.
in street beefs.
Yeah, Doster still with this head position. George has not really made a lot of efforts to improve his position. Sort of just hanging on, trying to mitigate damage, trying to minimize the punishment he takes, but he hasn't really done anything to improve. Back out to the middle.
I think he's got to go.
Well, he's got a minute 48, and the middle of the cage definitely favors George Lowe.
He's just got to do something to stop George.
Straight right
He's
hand.
got to do something to stop Josh from just coming forward, and showing more chaos.
Well, you'd think it'd be the well-placed teeps throughout the entire fight, but those have done nothing to slow Josh Doster. A right and a left both send the mullet flying of Josh Doster. Left hand blocked. It still sends George Lowe crashing to the cage. He blocked it, and it still sends him flying. Josh Doster lifting him with the single, but George too balanced, too slick, good with his hands, leaping in, losing his balance momentarily.
He lost his balance, and Josh fell on him, I think?
Yeah, he lost his balance, and Josh Doster, right place, right time, on his back with a lot of time to work. There's a minute on the clock, and he is making George Lowe carry his weight. He's got one hook in, and George Lowe has that right leg balled up.
And the weight is backwards. The weight is not over George. He needs to try to get his back to the mat. But if he does that, he risks giving his back up or gives his mount up to Josh.
George Lowe bleeding from the mouth a lot too.
39 seconds for Doster to work here, and he's looking to finish that across the chin look. He's dealing punishment and scoring. He's trying to trap the hand and pull it away so he can slide across.
Oh my gosh. And do you know, from most people, those types of punches aren't going to do much, but you can hear, oh my God, you hear the sickening thud from Josh Doster burying those things into the ribs and face of George Lowe.
Yeah.
And Lowe just breathing. He's got soft eyes. He's just breathing, trying to relax, trying to survive this round. He wants to finish on his feet and lands a right and a left and another right again. George Lowe making me eat my words. I said he was just trying to hang on. He popped up and scored some more.
We have a fight. We have a fight.
Very smart from George Lowe not to finish that round in that position, get up, make a showing of himself in the end of that round. Very tenacious, very impressive.
That fight with Valdez was 5 rounds as well, I believe, right? No.
Yes, it was. Yes. Wow. George Lowe trotting it out a little bit. This must be the last round. Doster's corner telling him to take your time. Take your time.
Time favors him. Like we said that last round. I think time does favor Josh Doster.
Yeah.
It's Josh who comes online more as the fight goes on.
Oh my gosh.
George needs another big moment. He needs one to get Josh away from him and get him. Josh has so much confidence and momentum right now, and it seems like all of that has been drained.
And his ring control.
I don't think
so good.
George may be in a situation right now where he's like, I've never hit anybody harder than I hit you in the first round.
Yeah, he's done everything he could. George did what he was supposed to do, and George did the way that you would game plan this, the way that you would strategize. If you're George Lowe against Josh Doster, George Lowe did all that, and he did it well. He did it perfectly, and Josh Doster did not go down. George Lowe is going to have to find something new, find something different, find something maybe he didn't plan on doing, or uncork a head kick or two at him.
I mean, every fight, Josh somehow makes a demolition derby, and it's like, it's not about who wins the first exchange in the demolition derby, it's about whose car is still running at the end of it.
That's all. Listen to that detailed instruction from Joe Selecki.
He's got hip line exposure, but George is doing a great technical job of getting those.
Oh, there's that left body kick.
In quick.
Oh, gosh. There it is. Those teeps opened up that head kick. There's the jab to the body, and let's look for him to switch. Maybe some left side work.
Josh is cocking that rear hand back. George is trying to evade. He's not offering much in the way of offense anymore.
Interesting little maneuver there.
To me, it seems like the grappling is also favoring Doster.
It is. It is.
So what's going on with Lowe where he's decided to go 0 offense striking, all offense grappling? Sometimes I feel like guys...
Right here, he's always able to escape, but then he allows the timing to reset instead of getting right back on Doster. But Doster doesn't really look that tired anymore.
George needs a big read, man. He has that confidence, and he's had time. George hasn't thrown anything to the head in so long that Josh has had time to completely clear his mind, get back on the fight, get back in the game plan.
I'm trying to understand why these teeps aren't hurting.
Because he's Josh Doster.
He's landed so many like high impact linear kicks to the body with the ball of his foot at full power with good technique.
Not slowed him down.
Not even, nothing.
It's not red. His stomach's not red.
Nothing, Dylan. And each of these strikes individually would put you or me in the hospital.
Yeah.
But he has hit Josh Doster with probably 20. Oh, left hand and a right.
2 minutes on the clock here in this one.
And then the left hand again from George Lowe.
And it's anybody's fight. In my opinion, it's anybody's fight.
Oh, easily. Easily. Still 151 left. George blinking, mouth open. Legs somewhat straight and relaxed. George Lowe is really out of energy.
Oh, my goodness. Beautiful
brutal.
elbow.
Straight elbow. George is still composed and calm, but he's just too inactive, too complacent at this time. Doster has had his way with him for most of the past few rounds.
In the grappling, yes. And it's almost like George went away after the first round.
It's got to be discouraging to hit everyone with
the Menta-Kill.
Literally everything. You hit him with the kitchen sink.
That is what they used to call that float over knee back in the day.
Hit right there.
Kick. 1 minute left here in this one.
Left hook.
George Lowe finally finds the target.
Oh, there we saw the first time that Doster, look, and then Doster reacted. Those kicks have started to add up.
Oh, my. Oh, George Lowe tries to hit a big flying knee after that hip toss. Doster hit the forward roll out of there.
He threw him.
Combat roll.
He threw him across the ring.
That looked like a cooperative move.
Yeah, it looked like he choreographed, like a WWE hip toss.
Oh, he didn't like that. Josh did not like that last teep that hit him.
But there's only 12 seconds left. Oh, that one hurt.
Oh. One more shot, maybe, for either guy. Then that's going to be all she wrote for George Lowe. Josh Doster, they go the distance somehow.
Ooh.
If you're still watching with us at home, do not be alarmed. Do not adjust your clocks. It is, in fact, 1 in the morning, and the fights are still on. I feel like I'm in Vegas.
Did we lose the butterfly fight?
I don't know. They didn't say anything about it, but it got skipped right over. They said only 2 fights fell out, so.
Well, that would have been Beauchamp and Captain Sin.
Yep.
And Bourbonnaise.
Bourbonnaise sounds like a fusion dish, like a bourbon hollandaise sauce.
Yeah. I'll show you my prediction for this one.
Fighters to the center of the ring. Judge's decision is in, and we have a split decision.
Yeah.
With your winner out of the blue corner, Josh Doster.
Controlled a lot of the grappling.
George wasn't doing much of anything in the last 2 rounds. Like,
Well, I count the teeps.
He stopped throwing anything else.
Yeah. He landed so many of them. George was George was light years ahead in the striking. I guess the argument can be made that maybe Doster controlled a sufficient amount of the grappling to earn the victory.
The cage work.
Yeah, but so Josh Doster was sort of the ring general, but George Lowe fights like that. I know that, so maybe in my mind I'm not judging it. I'm not judging George Lowe as being pushed around the ring, because I think George would do that no matter who he was fighting. He would circle that way.
I don't think he'd spend a lot of time with his back pressed against the fence.
Not that much.
Yeah.
Not that close to the cage. So I do agree that Josh Doster was initiating the footwork and creating the angles and choosing when and where this all happened, more than George Lowe typically lets his opponents do. But if we count strikes, it's George Lowe. If we count control, I'd say it's Doster. Close fight.
Josh Doster.
Oh my God.
How you feeling right now, man? Just improve your record here Good, man. How you feeling tonight? You feel like you were prepared for the fight? Everything go your way?
I definitely put the work in. I didn't perform quite as good as I wanted to.
I didn't know that's what he sounded like.
His coach is H.
No. I'll have talked to the coaches and everybody. I wouldn't be able to get it. Also, George came in, hell of a fighter, tough dude. I mean, put it the whole fight. And, me and him all the time, and we're so-called fighters, but there's a lady up there in the stands. The reason I wore this shirt tonight, that's my sister-in-law. She just beat stage 2 breast cancer after finding out she was 8 months pregnant.
Round of applause. Congratulations. Good job. God damn. What's next on the horizon for you?
Man, I don't know. I'm going to nurse these wounds, let my coach do all the prepping for the next stuff, and I'm going to go home, hang out with my wife in Vegas.
Yeah? All right, maybe the February 8th card you'll be here?
We'll see. Maybe.
No.
It all depends on what he picks for me.
Is he the matchmaker now? Seeing felt good making matches now?
You're going to offer him a title shot.
Huge thing. So, you said you're going to talk to Zach about February 8th. Any particular opponent you got in mind?
Anyone that he wants to line me up with right now, I really want to go to bed.
Him and Paul Carson. Oh, it's 170.
All right, well, listen. I'm going to get with Zach, because I got his particular opponent in mind. And we'll see if we can make it happen. I'm not going to reveal it, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a banger.
Dylan McGrath.
Marcelo knows bangers.
Hey, congratulations.
Doster versus McGrath.
Thank you, sir.
Not me.
Look forward to seeing you in the cage.
I can't make 170.
Okay.
And I don't want Josh coming up to my weight either.
Yeah, it wouldn't be better.
Stay down there.
It wouldn't be better.
Stay down there, buddy.
I know what I'll do.
Not me at 215. Tell you that much.
I'll use my weight advantage against him. No, you won't.
No, I will not.